Hey fellas, this is a view from my hotel room, and on the center of the screen down there you can see a wall, and that's kind of a dividing line. On the right are where pretty much everybody in Bujumbura, Burundi can travel, and on the left is probably where all the rich people hang out, I guess. It's probably the only golf course in all of Burundi. You don't see too many people out there because, well, there aren't very many rich people. So anyway, enough of that. Oh, by the way, in the distance you can see Lake Tanganyika. And just beyond Lake Tanganyika on the other side, you can see the Democratic Republic of Congo, where there's some, well, there's some nastiness. You can see the mountains there. And there's some nastiness going on right there right now. Anyway, we're not here to talk about a war or conflict. We're here to talk about locks, and I found an interesting one. This is a Meggo, European Classical Lock Series. I don't know what that means, but it is a 99% sure it's Chinese, but it's a pretty good quality Chinese. Nice heavy construction, good quality, and it is a 10-pinner. And light's probably not very good, but you can see it's better on the key if I can get it to focus. Not only do we have 10 pins to deal with, but we also have 5 sliders to deal with, and the sliders have to go down this laser cut track here to line up. So I was willing to pay a little bit extra because I thought this would be quite a challenge. But there's a way to beat it. By the way, it does work perfectly. Unlike most Chinese locks. Alright, so how do we beat this thing? Well, the first thing we're going to do is take a tension tool and put it on the side with all the pins. Because we're not going to pick those first. We're going to try to pick that slider first. Get that in there, right? And the way we're going to do it, we're going to use a homemade tool. This is it's a broken pick, and I ground it down to make kind of a little probe out of it. I'm going to use that probe kind of to push all those sliders over to one side. Get them all lined up on one side, zeroed out, I guess. And then I'm going to take a Bogota, and I'm going to slide it in there and just kind of work it around, sliding back and forth, just very gently moving those sliders until we get a very slight turn on the core. It may not happen on the first shot. Let's try that again. There we go. I got a very slight turn on the core. I felt a click in there. And now we're kind of screwed because now we need to get the pins which are behind our tension wrench. So what I'm going to do is take a second tension wrench, put it in the top, and then I'm just going to drop the other one. Okay, we don't need that one anymore. Okay, now we have the slider set. Now we need to go work on those 10 pins, and you know, we can SPP them, but my goodness, there's 10 of them. This could take a while. So again, I'm going to go with a homemade pick. This is, again, was a broken pick. Yeah, I break a lot of picks, I know. And I just bent the end of this to put a little, like a little curve in it. And I'm going to put it in with the curve pointing down towards the pins. Let me get this, I'm about to drop it. Alright. And we have to rake the left and right, both sides. So I'll just alternate, very light tension, and just try to rake some of those pins into place. And then if that was the left side, I'm just going to move back and forth because this lock, like I said, is a pretty good lock. It doesn't pick all on one side, it kind of alternates. And every time you pick one, you can kind of feel the core click, kind of turn just a slight bit. And whenever I feel that click, I just move to the other side, because just on the off chance that the next one to be picked is on the other row. The trick here is tensioning. If you let too much off, you're going to drop those sliders. If you put too much, the pins on the left will not set. I felt a very serious turn of the core that time. There we go, we were really close. There you go, the Meggo 10 pin and 5 slider Chinese lock, I guess. I have no other way to describe this thing. It is the European Classical Lock Series. So from Bujumbura, Burundi, fellas, everybody thanks for your time, everybody stay safe, stay legal. Well guys, they must have just heard that Bosnianbill picked open that Meggo 10 pin and 5 slider lock. Now look at all the celebration out here. Unbelievable. Woohoo! Makes me happy to be in Bujumbura, Burundi. Remember, subscribe guys.